Hello, this is John Locke, and today I want to talk with you about the importance of brand when it comes to SEO. How about this for a novel idea? Actually try and grow a following. The way that a lot of people talk about brand, and especially if you're talking to a design-centric firm, they're going to talk about logos or typography, visual identity or colors. Identity systems are great, but when I think of brand, I think about something much deeper. I think about what does that company stand for? What kind of values do they instill into their customer service and how they go about their business? Brand is how you see your particular company in the rest of the world. How does it fit in? Why did you create your company in the first place? What need did you see? What thing was missing in the world? When I think about brand, I think about how people treat their vendors, their employees, their customers. And most importantly, having a clear-cut message that cuts through the noise, speaking in a certain voice and tone that's completely distinguishable from every other company out there. Having a clear-cut message that resonates with your target audience and also the people within your organization and the people around you. And mostly when I think about brand, it's an expectation of an experience. It's a brand promise that you know that you're going to get every time that you buy a product from a company or you get service from a company. That's branding, an expectation of a experience. So for a lot of small businesses, this is baked into their DNA because the founders are really what create the culture. But even as a company gets larger, that leadership team, that's going to dictate a lot of the culture and the brand. Here's where brand is important to SEO. The content and the messaging that you put out on your site, that you distribute in your marketing materials, that you convey when you're out there face to face on the trade show floor, in your customer lobby, when you're talking to people, all of that has to be consistent. And the problem that a lot of people run into is when they hire somebody to do SEO for them, the voice that the SEO company comes out with, it doesn't reflect the true voice of the company. It sounds like somebody else. That's not what you want. You want everything that's put out there to sound like you. Channeling what your company stands for and expressing it in a unique way, whether that's through written, video, or audio content, it's a challenge. But it's a really important one because brands in the 21st century are all built on digital content. We have our phones in our hand from the minute we wake up until the minute we go to bed. We're on social media, we're reading articles online. All this is content that is being created. And in fact, we're creating more written content every 4 years than was created in the first 10,000 years of human civilization. That's how much content is being created each year. But here's the thing, not you, not your customers, not your neighbors, wake up each morning saying, hey, golly gee, I really am in the mood to consume some content today. Nobody says that. So having a brand voice, a unique brand voice that cuts through the noise and speaks with clarity is the opportunity. You want to speak in a tone that has authority on your subject. You want to have a unique and interesting take on solving problems. And that's how you make your product stand out in the marketplace, but that's also how you convey that message. You know, whether they're seeing marketing messaging on a billboard or in a handout on a TV commercial or on your website, wherever it is, it has to speak with that same voice. Because when we trust the source of information, we're more likely to want to do business with that source, because we do business with people that we know, like, and trust. So this is an important part of SEO. Branded search is thought to be a major factor. When your brand is familiar to people, when your brand is trusted and authoritative, you're getting people to trust you as a source of information. That's very, very important for SEO. And I can say with my own clients, the most successful material that they have is written in their unique voice. It's not trying to be like anyone else. If your company doesn't have a marketing department, maybe your marketing department is one person. Maybe it's one person that's only doing it part-time. You're still growing. How do you capture your thoughts? How do you capture your unique insights and your decades of experience and create some sort of content with that? Well, what I do and what I've recommend to a lot of people is grab your phone, use the voice recorder, use the sound recorder, and you can just talk like I'm doing now, you can have that transcribed by a service like rev.com, and you can use that as a rough draft of a blog post. Or you can use a camera. You can get a professional camera for like $700, $800, and you record a video, edit it down, put that out on YouTube, getting your unique thoughts out there. There's ways to do it with the technology that we have in the modern world. Another thing that I want to bring up, I think it's important, the things that you stand for in your company, those bullet point things that you really feel like your company stands for, that differentiates you from the rest of the market. I feel it's important every so often to go back through your content and reiterate those points to your audience. This helps your brand be a little bit more memorable, and it helps people put you in that bucket a little bit more easily. And this is especially important if you're dealing with 20 or 30 or 40 competitors that all do the same thing that you do. So that's a big key to getting people to share your material on social media, is having that unique voice and capturing it. So whatever means that you have to do to capture it, make use of that. Another thing to remember with having a brand voice, a unique brand voice, and things that your company stands for is not going to resonate with everybody. Maybe your product is an up-market product and it's made for a different segment of the market than some of your competitors. Maybe some of your competitors are serving the down market part of it. They're serving the low end. Maybe that is a greater volume, but it's not as high a profit margin. Whatever it is, whatever segment of the market that you're identifying with and going for and positioning yourself for, just know that it's okay not to have 100% of the market. As long as you own the segment that you're going for, your content, your messaging, your marketing, your brand voice, and everything that goes along with that, those things that you stand for, the way that you tell your brand story, like why did you make this company, those things are all going to resonate throughout that and help attract that segment of the audience to you. To sum it up, the goal of any content marketing, of any SEO, of any marketing campaign long term is to get people to self-select into your tribe and to do business with your company. You're trying to get people to know you, like you, and trust you. And the knowing part of you, the awareness part of the funnel, that starts with content. Putting stuff out there on your website on a consistent basis, not once a year, but on a consistent basis. Whether you have to have somebody outside external doing that, or having somebody internal that focuses on that for a certain amount of time per week, putting that content out there will familiarize people with your brand, with your voice, your identity, what you stand for, who you serve, what your products are, and your expertise. And when they know you, when the time comes for them to buy a product or do business with you in some way, they're going to already be familiar with you, they're going to trust you, and they're going to pick up that phone and call you. My name is John Locke, and my business is Lockdown Design and SEO, and who we serve is manufacturing and industrial companies, and what we do is we help them get more organic traffic through Google and Bing so they can get more requests for quotes, more money. If you have an SEO question that you'd like to see us answer, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. We'll answer it out in a future video for you. If you're getting value from this channel, I'd ask you, please subscribe. So that's it for now. Until next time, peace. You can't get them in the funnel if they're not aware of you. And how they get aware of you is through content.